Welcome to Yesterday's. Hold a minute. I am literally trying to donate money to Broadway Bears. If you guys have not done that before, you should totally do it. It is a great community, a great cause. My friend Kassan is a dancer, and he just showed his ass on Instagram, so I'm going to donate to his ass. My name is Justin Sylvester, and you are listening to Yesterday's, but it's actually Yestergay today because my homegirl Blakely had to go make a few bucks somewhere. So that bitch called into work sick. So you are stuck with just me today, the nice sister. And today we're going to do something a tiny bit different. We are going to let Steve, a straight white man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, say hi, Steve.
Hi.
We're going to let Steve's white ass ask me everything that's going on. Because a lot of times I find that, and I do love my gym. Lucky Athletes is such a great place to work out. I love it, you know. And one of my favorite things I love about it is that the straight men really want to just gossip with me. Like, for some odd reason, straight men are really into gossiping with gay men. And I think it's because they don't like to gossip among one another. And when I walk in here, that's a lot of the times what Steve wants to do. Like, if I get a text message from Steve in the middle of the day when we're not filming, it's to gossip. So, Steve, thank you for being one of the biggest gossips in my life.
I'm happy to chat it up with you any old time, Justin.
And I'm excited because I don't really know what's on Steve's mind. Mm-hmm. He did print this out for me, and he did a tiny bit of research, so I had some background, but this is going to be a total surprise. So, Steve, let's start your straight man gossip sesh.
All right, Justin, it's the moment I've been waiting for my whole life right here. Starting things off, nice and easy. It's on everybody's mind. Summer House, specifically our guy, Wes Wilson, persona non grata. Do you think he's permanently not coming back to Summer House?
Let me say no.
Oh?
I'm going to go on a limb and say that there is not a period in that sentence. There's a comma. There's a but and an and. I think that they said, Wes, with everything that was going on this year, with you, with Amanda, with Sierra, with the rest of the cast, we can't have you come back into this house in 2 months. There is no way, shape, or form that we could see you cohabitating with not only Kyle, not Sierra, but with Jesse, with Carl, with Lindsay. There is no way anything would get done other than fighting. I think what Bravo is going to do is, one, I think they are definitely going to put him on Traitors. And if I was a betting man, I'm going to put money that Wes Wilson is definitely going to go into the castle.
And he'd get voted off very quickly.
And he would get voted off very quickly. Yes, you are correct, Steve. I also could see, because there was a lot of talks of Wes Wilson getting a spinoff of the Ozarks.
Oh.
Where he and his friends would live in the Ozarks, in the Adirondacks, for a summer and do the damn thing. Give it to him. At this point, give it to him. Let him go somewhere else. If you're not truly friends with anyone in the house, why would they need to bring you back? It's Summer House. It's about friends who live in New York City, getting a summer share and all sharing it and going down there for the weekends to rage and let loose. Why the fuck would I leave New York City, a stressful place, to go to the Hamptons, another stressful place, because these two people are in this house?
Are these people actually friends?
These people are actually friends. That's the crazy part, Steve. These people are actually friends.
Okay.
I think a casting director put them together. But I think over time, you become friends with these people. And I want to remind people, Wes Wilson did not do anything illegal. He did not do anything where he should be charged for a crime or he should die. I do think he did something immoral, and I think he did something that a lot of men do. I think there are a lot of fuckboys out there. We haven't seen a fuckboy on TV in a very long time. And a lot of times, at this point, you can hide who you are for a certain amount of time. But with any reality show, everybody has their breaking point. Their true selves always come out. If you read Bravo's statement, it did not read, "We are not in the business of Wes Wilson." It read, "Don't worry, We can't tell you who's coming back, but we can tell you that Wes Wilson will not be entering the villa. That's to let you know that Sierra is coming back to said villa.
I don't know. Messy gets ratings, Justin.
Messy gets ratings, it really does. But you know what does not get ratings? Someone who tries to control the narrative so much. And that's what he did at the reunion. He tried to control the narrative too much.
Who's not in the business of controlling their own narrative?
I agree with you. Everybody's in the business of controlling their own edit. But at some point, if you get shot, you have to lay down and die. This man got caught in something that he couldn't run away from, okay?
Okay.
And not only did he do that, he went on Watch What Happens Live, lied to his boss on national television, then turned around a few days later and put out a statement that basically contradicted everything he said. You don't go on your boss's show and lie about it, Steve, okay?
Okay, that's why I don't lie to you.
Thank you. Then they go to the reunion. Everyone's like, we are finally going to have some closure. We are going to see it happen today. If he had went there and been a tiny bit more remorseful, had shown some type of emotion, had been a dog with a tail between his legs, I think that he would have had a shot to go back in the house. But he alienated everybody. Jesse Solomon, the sweetheart of the crew, was like, this breaks my heart. And he had no reaction to it. Carl didn't fuck with him. Kyle's not fucking with him. Lindsay's definitely not fucking with him. I just think that he played the reunion wrong. He tried to just get through it and get out. And that doesn't fly with Bravo. A lot of times housewives try to play the edit, but when they get caught, it's like, fuck it. Like, what am I going to do? It's messy, Steve.
It is messy. I don't love it.
It's Messica Simpsons. It is Messica Simpson.
Got another question for you, Justin.
Yeah.
All right, and everybody's talking about the ideal wedding venue.
Shut up.
Yes. One of them being a pop music sensation and the other a future NFL Hall of Famer. You think it's real?
Yeah. I think it's real. I think it's one of the most secure places in New York City. I think there is so many secret tunnels to get in and out of MSG. I also have a theory. I have a theory that Taylor Swift is actually already married.
Okay, Stacey's on board with that.
Stacey, I have a theory. Google where she was June 13th. Google and tell me where Taylor Swift was on June 13th. I think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce had a very small, intimate wedding with close friends and family somewhere out of nowhere.
So she apparently on June 13th was at a showing of Oh Mary in New York.
Okay.
They were backstage with the cast before later being spotted out to dinner together. And to you, this means...
No. I just thought maybe they picked June 13th because it was her favorite day, and it was also the original date of the Rhode Island wedding. I think that Taylor and Travis got married. They're not telling anybody. And I think what's going to happen is they're going to have 1,000 of their closest friends, family, work colleagues, teammates. And I think they're going to surprise everybody by telling them we already got married. But let's have a bomb-ass fucking party with all you guys here at MSG. And sometimes people get married. They have a commitment ceremony, and they sign the paperwork 2 weeks before or 2 weeks after, depending on where they get married at. It just happens that way. I think they already had a ceremony. I think they're going to play the footage for everybody to see. I think her cats were there. I think Mariska Hargitay was there. I think those Haim sisters were in the fucking house. That brother was definitely there with his hot ass. I think the parents came. I think they let Kylie Kelsey come too, even though she was going to say it on her podcast. I think this all happened already.
And you weren't there.
I was not going to be invited.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Because of Blakely.
I
was definitely not going to be invited because Blakely talked too much shit. I think if you look at the engagement, it was sweet and intimate. I think that she's going to do it. I don't think they're going to do MSG into like a wedding venue. I think it's going to be a reception.
I don't know. It just seems like I've been to the Forum before. The air is real stale in there. I can't imagine Madison Square Garden's any better.
Honey, if you have money, you can make anything work. All right? Let me tell you something. You should see some of my exes. If you have money, you can make anything work. You think they're not going to get married at MSG?
I mean, where did Dua Lipa get married this past year? It was like some beatific European countryside. Why don't they want that?
Because Dua Lipa can get away with that. Taylor Swift can't get away with that. You cannot be the biggest pop star in the world. And no shade to Dua Lipa, because if I was famous, I want to be Dua Lipa famous.
All right, you're gonna get some Dua Lipa shade.
I want to be famous like Dua Lipa. Okay, I want to be on ads. I want to be on Nacho Ribe perfume ads. I want a hot man named Caleb. I want to be able to travel around and no one stop me. Literally, the only person on that level is Beyonce. They are the only two people who are on that level. If Beyonce tried to get married in 2026, there is no way that things would not leak. There's no way that there would not be drones. If Jennifer Lopez had helicopters at her wedding in Malibu 10 years ago, 20 years ago, what do you think Taylor Swift's going to have?
Okay, if you're going for an intimate indoor theatrical event, why not do it at the Sphere?
What are you talking about? You're not going to do it at the Sphere. They have no connection to the Sphere.
The same guy runs both Madison Square Garden and the Sphere. If you want an indoor, I just don't know. You're going to have the background of the rafters.
So you want me to have like a 275,000 foot television set as my background?
You're telling me she's big enough to afford that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but by the way, Steve, stop being straight. They're going to build this thing out. They are going to actually build walls and curtains, and it's going to look like something you've never seen before. The reason why Madison Square Garden is kind of perfect is because it's a blank canvas. They can turn that thing into whatever they want. We're talking about a billionaire here. Okay, have you ever...
Okay,
Steve,
all right, sorry.
They're not just going to walk into Madison Square Garden and leave the goddamn nachos on the ground.
I don't know. You could still see Spike Lee's ass print on one of the bleacher sides right over there.
They also have a build out for a week. And Stacey, can you Google the record that she holds at Madison Square Garden? I think she actually holds a record at Madison Square Garden.
There and Crypto.com Arena. She
Yeah.
has a banner up in crypto for some kind of attendance. She has more banners there than the Clippers do.
I'm telling you, there's something there. Like,
oh. Billy Joel holds the Madison Square Garden record. But
8 sold out
thank you.
nights at MSG.
Thank you.
And she holds the all-time gross and attendance records for the New York area.
Thank you.
all right, Justin, what's your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant? I'm a Craig's guy.
Okay, you've gone to Craig's like a million times?
100%.
Okay, would you go to fucking Craig's to get married because you have a lifelong legacy of being there however many times?
If Craig's would let me have 30,000 square feet of untouched, yes, I would totally do it.
I mean, the catering would be pretty good now that I think about it.
Also, you can't control anything at a hotel. You can't control people at a regular venue. You know where you can control people? At Madison Square Garden. You bring your own security. You bring your own build-out people. You're missing the point here. This is not a wedding. It is a fucking reception.
She already has the security stuff wired for MSG because of all the times she's played there.
Thank you, Straight Stacy. Thank you. Finally, somebody with some common sense here. Damn. Okay, you guys, if you guys did not see the Olivia Wilde interview on Call Her Daddy, according to Olivia Wilde, the fatal blow, it was not a table flip. It was not a nasty text. Apparently, Jason Sudeikis delivered a single line that apparently cut deeper than anything. According to Olivia Wilde, the fatal blow came on her 36th birthday in March of 2020 when she asked the Ted Lasso star if he had gotten her a gift. Sudeikis reportedly shot back, "What would I get you, Olivia? I don't know you." Wilde revealed on Call Her Daddy that the remark left her stunned, but admitted he wasn't wrong. After nearly a decade together, 2 kids, and an engagement that never made it down the aisle, she said they'd never reached a point where they didn't know each other anymore. The actress described their relationship as having a really bumpy ride. When he served her at Comic-Con in the middle of a Q&A in front of everybody, including 1,000 cameras, I motherfucking knew Tiss was not right. I knew something had happened. I knew this was not going to be one of those amicable situations, because a lot of times what celebrities do is they like to get in and out of like situations very quickly because they don't want the mess, especially when they have movies, especially when they have TV shows where they play lovable characters. So for him to say, me, Ted Lasso, am going to serve my lady in front of people, You already know. That must have been a custody agreement.
Custody documents.
It was custody documents.
While the incident was widely reported, the location and timing were orchestrated by a process server and Sudeikis' legal team, but not Sudeikis himself. Sudeikis' representatives quickly clarified that he had no prior knowledge of or control over when the paperwork would be delivered.
In the words of Maury Povich, the lie detector determined that was a lie. If you're paying somebody Jason Sudeikis money for custody agreement, if you're playing top dollar lawyers, you don't think they're crossing all the T's or dotting all the I's? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He wanted to embarrass her. He was mad. And let me tell you why he was mad. So apparently this happened in March of 2020. The birthday gift happened in March of 2020. She knew it was over. However, COVID hit, and get this, the lockdown started, and instead of immediately separating, the exes found themselves quarantined under the same roof, trying to make things work for the sake of their children. Spoiler alert, it did not. So those two motherfuckers were so mad at each other, and they had to stay together under the same roof during quarantine. Now I understand. By the way, I get Jason Sudeikis at this point. And it wasn't Olivia Wilde's fault. It was the world's fault. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of admire the direct audacity of it all.
Audacity is a great word, and I'm happy you used it.
I tried
okay?
to. Yeah.
But you know what? You can't have the audacity and then deny it. When you have the audacity to do something like that, you stand 10 toes down. Like, if Lorena Bobbitt said, I cut John's dick off. Yes, I did it. That's audacity. Okay? Audacity is when you stab someone and you say, yeah, I did it. I did it 9 times. That is audacity. Not, oh no, it's my legal team. No. That's not audacity.
You wanted the Olivia and Jason like reality show on Bravo. That's what you were hoping for.
No, what I was hoping for was that it wouldn't get messy. Like, that's
Get Justin.
No, I didn't want it to be messy. I never wanted it to be messy. Honestly, when there are children involved, the last thing I want is mess.
That's fair.
I'm a child of mess, okay? Mess is no good. And I was light mess. My mess was light. Not even like, there was no divorce papers or custody battles. My dad jetted out and my mom never said a word about it. Like, that was my mess. But this is public. You know what I mean?
For sure.
This is crazy. But now she has a new movie out called The Invite. And apparently that really was the catalyst behind the movie. So imagine if this movie comes out with Seth Rogen, it's coming out soon, and it gets all these nominations. Wouldn't that be fucking great?
Oh, this is the Swinger movie that's coming out?
This is the movie that looks like The Swinger. Yes.
Okay, sorry. Am I allowed to say Swingers?
Yeah, you can say Swingers.
Okay.
I just said fuck. She said it inspired this movie.
Oh.
And you know what they say. You make the best work when you're mad. I do my best work when I'm mad.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, think about your favorite albums. Like, my favorite album is probably Mary J. Blige. What's the 411? That bitch was pissed. Okay? Yeah. When she made No More Drama, she was mad. Okay?
Yeah.
She was pissed.
That's why I'm terrified to see you whenever you come in here.
Shut it, Steve. Get the fuck out of here.
In a similar vein, while we're on the topic of celebrity divorces and breakups, how do you feel about Jelly Roll's situation?
Oh, you guys. This one's kind of sad to me. You never really know what's going on in people's houses. You know what I mean? Like, especially celebrities. But I truly believed everything this man was saying about this woman. Anytime he ever got up to get an award, he always said this wouldn't have been, possible without my wife. And I truly believed him because when Jelly Roll was up and coming, struggling artist, he lived out of a van, he was homeless, he met Bunnie. Keep in mind, he was about 375 at the time, maybe 425. He was a big man. They fell in love with each other. She knew him when he was at his lowest. She, at the time, was a lady of the night. She was a high-end escort, and she was very honest with him about that. And she got him a 1-bedroom apartment off those earnings. And he was cool with it. He was understanding. He understood when she was doing. He understood that sex work was real work. Because let me tell you something. Some of these women work harder than NASA at that point, okay? So everything was Gucci. Then he hits it big. Every stage he ever gets on, he's thanking this woman. He's devoting his life to her. He's really shouting her out. And also letting her become the person that she always wanted to be. She starts this podcast. She's very open and honest about her past work. She's interviewing other people who have been sex workers. She is leading with sex. That is her life. She is a very sexy woman. Then we see Jelly Roll start to blow up. He starts to lose a bunch of weight. And if you really go back in time, you can start to hear when God starts to come into his life. Like, he almost becomes a born-again Christian.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm only saying this. I have no qualms about born-again Christians. I love me some God, too. However, I'm hearing that part of the problem was that Jelly Roll found God, and it no longer aligned with what Bunnie was doing with her life. So you've been together for 10 years. You helped this man raise his daughter. You and I have known each other when we were at our lowest. I helped you get an apartment when you were homeless. I support you when you were $425 to get to $300. I have been there for you. And if this is true, your newfound faith, and this happens to people, has now caused you to look at me like I'm not worthy of your love because you just found this whole thing. And a lot of people, a lot of artists do this too. I had a friend married to a gay man, have 2 kids, and one day one of the gays finds God and then decides that he ain't gay no more and will not talk to my other friend. Like, this happens more often than not. I just think it's kind of fucked up that, like, when you were down and out, we were cool. Also, on Jelly Roll's side, people sometimes outgrow people. I look at Kim and Kanye at one point. You know, aside from all the other issues that was going on with Kanye, if you watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, or the Kardashians, whatever you want to call them, at a point, there was a moment where Kanye found God and he was really on this Christianity kick. He didn't want her to dress sexy anymore. He wanted her to be more reserved. And she was like, that's not the journey I'm on. I love your journey. I love that you're doing your thing, but you can't force me to be on something that you're not on. You met me this way. You turned me into this thing. And I feel the same way about Jelly Roll, but it is okay. I'm not saying it's not okay. It's okay for Jelly Roll to outgrow and want to move on and flourish. I think Bunnie's going to be fine.
I feel this is where Blakely would go off on why
Yes.
he does not like Jelly Roll.
He hates Jelly Roll, and I'm happy he's not here so we can talk about it. But Bunnie's going to be fine. Bunnie is going to be just fine. Bunnie is going to be hopping around her mansion for years to come because, again, when she met Jelly Roll, he didn't have $1. He has publicly said that she supported him at the beginning of his career on record, and she going to get 50%. How much is Jelly Roll worth? Let's say $30 million.
Okay.
She gonna be fine with 15.
Mm-hmm.
Also, she wrote a book. She has a podcast. People are gonna be interested in this woman's life post Jelly Roll. And people are gonna be waiting for her to tell her side of the story. She is about to get paid so hard. I'm kind of jealous.
Funny enough, she's right here in the studio right now.
By the way, I would love it. I would love it. I would love it. Listen. We've all been sex workers before. Steve, you have hooked up with something for something.
I'm at work, man. Sex work is work, but I'm currently, yes.
Sex work is work.
Yes.
I get it. But damn, don't switch it up on me. Do not switch it up on me. I do want to shout out that Collin Gosselin is vowing to expose a dark childhood with John and Kate Gosselin in a bombshell memoir reveal.
Oh, man.
It's messy.
It's messy.
It's nasty.
Sarah Messica Parker.
Sarah Messica Parker. Messica Simpson is what it's giving. I could only imagine what this kid's about to write about his mother. I know that they truly have a terrible, fraught relationship. I think anybody who has 8 kids is going to fail at some point at taking care of all 8 children. I think anyone who has 3 children, there's always going to be one kid who gets the short end of the stick. And I'm sure, being the kid who got the short end of the stick here, I'm sure that being one of 8 is not easy. And it's unfortunate that there was a doctor that did that to them and didn't think about the consequences. And it's fucked up that she forced these kids to be on TV, but this was probably the only way to make ends meet for them. So I understand her reasoning. And I get that it was either that or fucking open up that relationship and have six, new men in there, polyamory, hoping like something happened. I don't know what it would have been. But I knew that John wasn't pulling his weight, and I knew Kate, this was her idea. So I understand trying to make ends meet. So I'm not going to judge her on that. I just think the whole situation's fucked up.
As a kid growing up in that household, your whole baseline of safety and what you can or cannot communicate with the world like fundamentally changes based on your friends and just, I don't know, you're a whole different adult because of growing up in that.
It truly is. And by the way, there's always one kid who can't stand their parents. If there's 4 kids, one has an issue. You know what I mean? I'm not writing a book about my mom yet, but but it's just sad.
I've worked on true crime podcasts before, and it's hard not to get jaded by a continually sad story, but this stuff is important to be able to tell and share with the world and to hear people's accounts of all this. So
1,000%. What true crime podcast are you working on?
I worked on a podcast version of A&E's Cold Case Files.
Ooh.
Over 100 episodes.
Ooh.
And then they found the body in a dumpster.
Oh, that's good. You know, my dream is to be on Dateline.
As a victim?
No, as a victim, Steve.
Well, you just said oh, man.
Steve.
Well, what are you going to do on Dateline?
I want to be a Keith Morrison. I want to interview the victim's
you
parents.
You should be. I'm so sorry. Yes.
Stacey.
I want Justice
Stacey.
Sylvester.
Stacey, did you hear that? Did you hear that, Stacey?
Speechless. I have nothing.
Did you hear that?
I would watch Dateline if you were hosting it.
Wait, hold on. By the way, I saw the funniest clip on Instagram the other day. It was a Dateline, and obviously the man's family and friends spoke out because it was like, Brian was a CEO, loved boating, had 4 homes around the world, really enjoyed life. And then there was Lauren. She went to state fairs and had turkey legs. I'm like, wait, what? She had turkey legs and went to state fairs? That's all y'all can find out about this girl?
But
Steve said you want to be a victim on Dateline.
I'm sorry about this.
Steve, how dare you?
I want, just let the record show, I want no harm to come to my host and friend, Justin Sylvester. If you see him in the street, smile at him. Please just love him and his face and everything about him. I want nothing bad to happen to this man.
If I ever go missing, just know that Steve did it, okay? Please use this clip in the Dateline 3-part special, The Justin Sylvester is Missing special, because Steve just admitted that he wanted to turn me into a victim. How dare you, Steve?
I'm sorry.
You're worse than Blakely.
Let's hard pivot out of this conversation right now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I bet you do.
In celebration of Pride, I wanted to say that I just saw a classic documentary for the first time ever.
Paris is Burning?
Paris is Burning. Never seen it before. And
Steve, I'm proud of you.
that's all I wanted to make you proud, Justin.
How did you stumble upon Paris is Burning?
It's been on my radar for a little while, and I finally got a chance to see it, and it came out, I think, like the year I was born or something.
Steve, look at you.
But just fascinating documentary, very sad, but towards the end of it.
I am so proud of you. Look at you.
I don't know if this serves the audience, if you think most of our viewers have seen the doc before or if they've not.
I think a lot of them have heard of it.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of them have seen it. I will say a lot of people fly Delta, and if you're ever on a Delta flight, it is in the documentary section. Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's how I saw it for the first time. I'd heard about it for many moons. And I sat up and watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It's great.
It's great. And now I know the difference between reading and throwing shade.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, a reading is going to be what you get when Blakely comes back.
Yes.
Throwing shade is something that you did when you said, do I want to be a victim?
You said it so fast. I'm
Get the hell out of here, Steve. Yeah. You guys, please rate, review, write. I'm sorry, this was a solo episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it was fun. We're trying something new here. Let me know what you guys think of it. And we'll see you next week. Blakely Thornton will be back next week. So don't forget to shoot this podcast to a friend who you think might like it. And thank you for sticking with me for all 30-something minutes of this very nice conversation. And Steve, I am so happy that you chose to straight gossip with me. I'm gonna call it strassiping.
Okay, cool. All right, happy to yuck it up with you.
Strassiping.
Strassiping.